Okay, so again, now I need you to notice something about this particular video. It is a rotation on the y-axis. Okay, every element you are seeing here is rotating on the y-axis. Rotates left, rotates right, left, right, left, right. But I need you to notice that during the rotation, okay, this burger moves from maybe the center to the left. So as it's moving to the left, the text is moving to the right edge. And then when you move again, the text moves to the left edge and the burger moves to the right edge. The same applies to the logo here and then the text here. So it means that what the properties that are being manipulated or used here are: number one, rotation on the y-axis, and number two, position. So the position of things are changing at the same time, and that is the end of this frame 2. So what we're going to do is, for the sake of the in-depth animations we're about to do here, we're going to rename some of our layers. Well, so I'm going to right click this to make this to rename this as vapor, and then this becomes it remains burger. This becomes logo, so right click to logo, and this becomes burger text, so rename to burger text, and then we have our cheese. Okay, so I'd want our logo and burger text to be closer to each other, and then the cheese and burger itself should be closer to each other. So logo at the top, so vapor, logo at the top, burger over there, then so that's the burger text, and then the burger itself, and then the cheese, and then we have the yellow background. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is transform these four elements: the text here, the text at the background, the burger food, and the logo. We need to transform them to 3D object. So logo, look at this 3D icon here. We click within that box. For burger text, we do same. Burger itself, we do same. Cheese, we do same. Okay, and we are going to be starting our animation from right here. So let's add a marker so that we know where we are starting from. And then let's watch the video again. So the whole movement, the animation is maybe like 2 seconds. 1 second turns to one side, the other second turns to the other side. So from here we add so we select logo, burger, burger, cheese, and we click R for rotation, and then we click the Y rotation. Okay, then maybe somewhere around here we rotate it. So we are going to click on this and drag it a bit, as you can see. So we are altering the y-axis rotation. So it moves like this. Okay. Okay, let me select, let me just show just one layer so that you understand what it looks like. So it moves like this. Okay, see, it's rotating, and then we are going to show them again. So we've added y-axis rotations, and the next thing we are going to add, okay, so moving from there, so like this, and then coming here, we turn to the other side. So I'm going to select all these again, and then rotation, we take it to the opposite side, so maybe -27 or -23 is fine, as you can see here. So move like this and then come like this. I think there's something we would need to correct so that this cheese text remains below. Okay, so since we are rotating, since these are now 3D objects, it means sometimes something is behind something. There's a space between. So what we can do to change this is maybe go to, on the burger, we select R for rotation, or maybe position P, and within the position we can okay, let's move it here. We can change how close they are to the screen or how far they are. So if I take it back, you can see it goes behind the cheese text, and then if I bring it to the front, you see how it looks like over here. So it becomes something like this. Okay, now, so we have our rotations. I'm going to put a marker on where we did our major rotations, and then I'm going to switch to position, so P. Remember that when this goes to the left, the burger ought to go to the right. So we're going to change the positions. So this is the burger and the cheese. Position, keyframed, or maybe let's also keyframe these as well. And then we move here. So as we're moving here, let's see, text starts from. So the first position is the main text goes to the right. So main text is cheese, it goes to the right, like this. And at the same time, the burger itself goes to the left, like this. So when we play it, it will look like this. Okay, but already we can see that the rotation is a little bit too much, and so it's making our burger look unrealistic. So we're going to go back to our rotations, and reduce our rotation on the burger. So reduce it from 27 to maybe 18. So like this. Like this. We reduce this as well to minus 18. Okay, so let's add the second position for now. The second positions for cheese. So the first time moved from left to right. Now we move from right to left. Okay. And the burger goes the opposite. And so we would have something like this. But already we can see that our rotations seem to be too much. It seems to go the extreme. So I've just selected everything by clicking Ctrl A and unselecting the vapor in the background. So maybe over here, maybe even leaving the burger behind, or just including it, we can decrease the rotation to maybe 12. So rotating this way. Minus 15. So it's, remember, rotation and position. Rotation and position. So let's play it. So you see how it's appearing. We need to polish this a bit. And it also means that we would need to add position movements for the logo and then the burger text. So they're also going to be moving on their own. Like this. And we can play around with some of their positions in terms of how far or close they are. So burger, I can take this off for now, or maybe and maybe make it much closer to us at some point. So let's play it again. Okay, so it still looks like we have too much rotation going on, and we need to reduce it. So we decrease this to 8, and then we make this -8 as well instead of -15, and then okay, so before anything, I would like us to select all our keyframes and then easy ease them so that we can have a smoother looking animation. Okay, but it still looks like we need to scale up our image because we seem to have lost a lot of size. So I think it has to do with the scaling of our cheese and our cheese text. We're making it, yeah, a bit bigger so that it can move this way. Okay. So we can also smoothen the position keyframes. Then let's play. So you can see, so you can take some time to make it better on your own. All right.